Well, I commend you for doing a lot of what you've done in the league. It broke the mold a little of like what people expected out of that position, like, or even it like what people thought that position could do, and that's cool. Like regardless of anything else, that's really cool. And to see you go from the NFL and playing at like such a high level to now like going all in on like a full album is a pretty cool transition that some people can't pull off, because I like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of athletes who try to do this and then it's not, it's the same as if Tekashi 6ix9ine tried out for the Jets. Like it'd be this same result. so like I think it's cool. And like, do you have any particular, like, is there any particular question I can help you with?
Let's see. I think I just want to make sure I exhaust all my opportunities to get my stuff out on ears. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I could push it to a football market, but at the same time, they're
Definitely.
only gonna see me as just being a punter and playing football. So I feel like I also want to find a way to push it to people who enjoy music.
Yeah. I think now I would say that's going to be a marathon, not a sprint, and that's okay. You mentioned earlier Kanye switching styles. If you notice, he did that progressively. Mm-hmm. Have you ever heard the metaphor or whatever where it's like, if you throw a frog into boiling water, it'll fucking jump right out. But if you put it in water and slowly boil it, it won't jump out and it'll boil and die. So the idea is you got to like warm people up to change. And Taylor Swift is another good example of like changing her sound, but she didn't go from twangy country girl to the Shake It Off in one album. It's a slow process. And right now, I think it's a pro and a con. You're so well known for a particular thing, and what you're trying to now build up awareness for is a pretty different kind of thing. But the low-hanging fruit is if you get on Pat McAfee's show and do a quick 5-minute thing and just plug the EP. It's almost the same. You see all these late night shows, all these interviews, like they come on, they're just looking to make interesting content so they can plug their EP or their book or their new movie or whatever it is they're doing. But right now you just want attention. And whether that attention is, let's say, who's a good example? Like Shaq, Snoop Dogg, like have so many different things going on that like now it's kind of hard to say, oh, Shaq is just a basketball player. Snoop is just a rapper. You know, so like right now you might, in the casual Joe Schmo mindset of America, you might be just a punter, but slowly you can introduce more things. And like, that's going to take time, but if I could give any sort of recommendation, I would say lean into the attention and the fans that are there already, and just, instead of maybe sell them on your new EP, just educate them that, hey, you're aware of me, you like my message, you're watching this interview. By the way, something new I'm trying out is this. And that you don't necessarily need to like shove it down their throat. But this, almost having this EP gives you a reason to like do podcasts like this and do interviews, and maybe you talk to the local whatever, and then just say, hey, yeah, by the way, can you plug this at the end because this is why I'm talking to you. You do me a favor, or I'll do you a favor because I'll do your show, I'll do your interview, whatever. But you do me a favor by talking about my EP and the album, and kind of slowly but surely educate that audience that, hey, he's doing other things. What do people do when they leave the NFL? Well, here's a great example of him doing something cool. Like that can kind of be like the story. And then you can start to find other people who are like, who've been out of the league for a year or two and like are doing cool things. And then now there's a whole bunch of other content.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, and I think slowly but surely, people will start to learn that you're doing both. And then as much as there will be an audience that will only ever know you for being, you know, an Oakland Raider at the time, eventually when you start to grow your music, there will be an audience that doesn't know that you played football, and they'll only know you from your music.
Waiting for
and
that.
It's coming.
Yeah.
Now, with the CP, do you have any visual, like a music video? Is that in the works?
It's in the works. I got it in the works.
Yeah.
My goal was to have at least, I got these 5 songs coming. Then I have another single that sounds similar to the songs on the EP, just to be consistent. And
hell yeah,
I got some more video content coming forward.
Hell yeah.